into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm doing my usual what sold on Mercari video that I do every month. We're in the beginning of June now, so we'll be looking at what sold on that platform in May. But this month we're doing something a little bit different. I'm also adding our 2 Grailed sales to this video. 2 whole sales. Woo-hoo! That's actually pretty good considering the fact that we have just started to get back onto Grailed. We had stopped selling on this platform last year when we made the big move from Pennsylvania to Florida. They didn't offer a vacation mode and it just wasn't convenient. And we kind of stayed off of it until we found out recently. They now have a vacation mode for your listings, very similar to Poshmark and Mercari and eBay. So now it's a convenient platform for us to cross post on. And of course, we use List Perfectly to cross post everything. So just last month in May, Keith started moving all of our men's clothing over to Grailed. And we've made 2 sales already. So I'm super excited, but 2 sales aren't enough for their own video. So they're going to be included in the Mercari video. So we're going to look at the 2 things that sold on Grailed. Then we'll move into the plush that sold on Mercari in May. I have pulled up every single plush that sold on Mercari to show you, as I always do, and then just the highlights of everything else. The reason I show you every single plush is because this channel is plush centric. It's jean centric as well, but it's really plush centric. I'm the plushie queen. I love plush. They're my favorite. And I love to teach about them. So I always show every single one of those. But I just show the highlights of everything else because if I showed you every single sale, we'd be here all night. And no one's really interested in those low-end bread and butter sales. So I like to show you the really good stuff, brands and items that you can be on the lookout for when you're outsourcing. And the occasional mistake I might make here and there, I like to show you guys as well, so you can learn from me and not have to commit the mistakes yourself. But let's jump on in here with our Ralph Lauren Polo Jeans Company. These I found at Salvation Army, and I did pay $5 for them because they had the flag back here. Now, these aren't the big flag. There's Ralph Lauren vintage jeans that have a huge American flag on the behind. And those are worth a lot more, but these are still vintage from that tag. So, where is the title on these? Okay, so Ralph Lauren Polo Jeans Company Men's Relaxed Jeans, size 32. I'm not seeing that I used the word vintage. Maybe I didn't. I'm not always confident in using that unless I can prove it. Like with Plush, they'll have a year on the tag. Anyway, these sold for $25. And then we do offer free shipping on Grailed, just like we do on Mercari. And then we print our labels on Pirate Ship. Next up, we have a Tommy Bahama Hawaiian shirt. This is all silk, nice button front. Men's extra, extra large. Got this at Salvation Army for about $2.50 on half off day. And this would have shipped first class with a Pirate Ship label. And the jeans went in a padded flat. All right, let's jump into the plush off of the Mercari platform. We have a Classic Toy Company Goldfish. I used to love Classic Toy Company. When I first started reselling plush, it was one of my favorite bread and butter brands. But it's kind of gone to the wayside or been raced to the bottom. Thanks, guys. Got to sneak that in there. I got to complain about it at least once every video. You guys know that. But some of the Classic Toy Company plush are still worth a little bit of money. The dragons and the bigger plush. This is just a 13-inch goldfish. He was 50 cents. So he sold for $11 and shipped first class. And again, all of our labels for Mercari we make on Pirate Ship. Vintage Kermit. So this goes to show you that not all vintage plush are created equal. This comps around $12, $10. I've seen this ship for $8 free shipping or sell for $8 free shipping. This guy unfortunately comps pretty low, but he did come out of a wholesale purchase. So I went ahead and listed him, took a best offer of 10 on Mercari, and he shipped first class. Next up, we have Ribbity the frog. You may have remembered seeing his buddies, the cow and the penguin, in the plush that sold on eBay video earlier this week. Came out of the same grab bag, $16 for 8 plush, and most of them were really good, and some were not as good. Some sold for above $30. The frog hair comped around 20. I took a best offer of $16.16, and he shipped in a poly bag first class. Here we have Disney Chippendale 14-inch plush in a Hawaiian shirt, and we sold it was on Poshmark, I believe. We sold 2 chips and dales. We sold 1 chip and 1 dale in the month of May, and I know they had a new show come out, so their popularity has gone up, and that's a good tip for you guys. Keep your fingers on the pulse of new shows on Nick Jr., Disney Jr., new movies being released on Disney Plus, new movies in the theater. Whenever movies and cartoons and shows are released for kids, the characters will become popular again, and you can raise the prices on plush you already have listed, but you want to keep your eyes out for plush from those movies and shows. So this sold for $30. He came out of a wholesale lot. I think he was like $1. And he shipped first class. Believe it or not, he looks like he's ginormous and he'd weigh over a pound. But he didn't. He just had to be in a bigger poly bag. Here's the Disney Pixar Bing Bong, the elephant from the movie Inside Out. I found him and got real excited. He was only 50 cents. Wasn't as excited when I got him home and comped him, but it is what it is. You got to go with, the going market prices for items. You want to check the solds and the listed. And unfortunately, there are some plush or some characters. I'm not sure if it's just people racing to the bottom or new resellers who don't know better, and they're just pricing things incorrectly and lowering the value on a lot of these characters and these brands of plush. Because something like this should really be, $16, $18 on the low end if it's a oversaturated, unpopular character. But if you price at 16 or 18 when everyone else is selling it for 12 and 14, you're going to be sitting for even longer than normal. And plush is super long tail to begin with, even if you're priced, low end of the comps. So sometimes it is just a little bit disappointing when you get them home and comp them. He sold for $12, shipped first class. A Fiesta Red Panda, 17-inch plush. This is an okay brand. Some of the plush do a lot better if they're larger or less saturated animals. A lot of their plush are realistic, like this red panda. I've had him for so long. He took so long to sell. I think he was from Goodwill, and he was $1.99 maybe years ago. Anyway, he sold for $21. He did ship in a poly bag, a big one, and went first class. Hey guys, here's a Beanie Baby. See, Beanie Babies will make you rich and make you a fortune. And please note the sarcasm. In fact, I actually have a Beanie Baby video I'm going to have pop up at the end here. If you haven't seen it yet, you should watch it. It kind of dispels a lot of the misconceptions and rumors about Beanie Babies. This is Scorch. He's a dragon. He came in a wholesale lot, so he got listed. I would never source him. But if they come to me in a lot or a grab bag, they all go up. Sold for $10, shipped first class. Here we have a Gans Webkins frog. Y'all know I like my Gans. They're hit or miss, and I always like to take the risk. I get them, either in lots, grab bags, or 50 cents or a quarter at sales. So I just grab them all and figure it out when I get home. Sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised and I'll find one that's like, oh my gosh, this one's worth $30. But for the most part, they're usually bread and butter, mid to low bread and butter. If the cost of goods is low enough and you like to do volume sales, Gans Webkins are for you. So This guy had, let me find his tush tag. Where's your tush tag? Froggy Frog. Did I even show it in here? Well, look at that. Welcome to Amateur Hour and how not to take your GAN's webcam pictures. So their tush tag on one side will have their name and this number, which I have in the title, but I didn't get a picture of the tush tag. You always want to have that in there. He sold for $12. He was about 50 cents, I believe, and shipped first class. Then we have a Boyd's Bear. This is Bailey Bear. Boyd's Bears are hit or miss as well. There are some that are worth a lot of money, and there are some that are poop, and then there's a lot in the middle. You can kind of go on Terapeak and look at the solds in the last year of Boyd's Bears if you really want to learn which ones are good. I usually just pick them up when I find them if the cost is good. This one came to me in a lot, so she got listed. And if they're cheap enough, I just buy them all, bring them home, and figure it out from there, just like the GAN's webkins. But we have a volume-based business, and we don't find filler items to keep things moving, especially right now, because with the bad economy and people not having discretionary income, they're kind of shopping for, the stuff that's under $20. So, but if you have like an average sale price that you like to hit every time and you don't want to do volume, you're going to have to take the time to look through the solds or comp every Boyd's Bear that you find before you bring them home. I took a best offer of 11 on Bailey. She shipped first class. Excuse me, I am yawning and I am not editing that out. Next up, so we're through the plush. We're going to move on to the clothing. American Eagle jeans, $20. American Eagle is a solid bread and butter brand. I do not source it myself anymore, like off the rack, because all of the jeans here in Florida and all of the thrift stores start at between $8 and $10. And even on half off day, that is entirely too much for something I'm going to flip for $20. That's going to go in a padded flat or a flat rate envelope. The shipping just eats most of her profit right there. So when I get American Eagle jeans in the thread up boxes, I get super excited. I used to get them for 99 cents. I don't anymore. So when I get them, I get excited. These are definitely worth a buck or two. If you can if you can find them anywhere that your cost of goods is going to be $2 or less. And if they come in thread up boxes, of course, they're in that range and they're worth listing. So these are size 8. These didn't take long to sell. They were like from a recent thread up box, the curvy highest rise jegging. Size 8 is one of those mid-size sizes that I usually have to sit on for a while before it'll move. But maybe it's the style, the curvy highest rise jegging. Jegging jeans typically do well no matter the brand. Express. Now this is like a low-end mall brand. This is what I would say is poop. You don't want to pick this up. You don't want to source this. If you find it on the rack, leave it behind. But you know what? It came to me in a thread up box, and I get as much money and as much profit out of those boxes as I can. And unless it's like absolutely destroyed or damaged or like a Walmart brand or just super poop, everything in my thread up boxes goes up. And I got $20 for these Express jeans. And if I remember correctly, these ones here shipped in a padded flat. These, I believe, went in a first class. They were like pushing it at like 15.8. Oregon Ducks women's sweater. So this came in a wholesale box years ago. It was about $1 cost of goods. It's a new with tags, midriff cropped sweater. It took a while to sell. Got 19 for it though, and it did ship in a padded flat. Cabby jeans are good bread and butter, high-end bread and butter, as you can see here. These came to me in a thread up box. I don't really find these out in the wild so much. I wish I found more of them, but these sold for $27 and they shipped in a padded flat. They're size 6 straight leg. Eileen Fisher t-shirt that I found half off at Salvation Army on their half off day. So it was about $1.50. Sold for $18. Shipped first class, and you can see it's just a plain t-shirt. but it's Eileen Fisher, so that's a good brand to be looking for. This hat I found at the Salvation Army. It was $5, and then it was half off day, so I got it for $2.49, and it was new, and it was just sitting, actually was on the floor in where the jeans are at. So I went into the women's jeans to start flipping through and saw this just sitting on the floor, and I'm like, well, I need that. That looks pretty cool. I'm gonna grab it. Sold for $25, shipped first class. We did put it in a small box because you want to protect the bill and everything. But yeah, it sold for $25. Forever 21 shorts that came in a thread-up box. These are older. These came in a thread-up box back when we were still in Pittsburgh, but they had fallen off. So once or twice a year, I go through our inventory on eBay and just double check everything because things fall off all the time. It's so annoying. And these had fallen off, so I relisted them and then cross-posted them to Mercari and Poshmark from List Perfectly, and they sold almost right away. So check your inventory, guys. They ship first class, by the way. H&M divided women's jean overall skirt came out of a wholesale lot we purchased, was about $1. Cost of goods, sold for $20. Shipped first class even. I thought it was going to need to pad a flat, but it was one of those that was just pushing it like 15.8 ounces on the first class. Next up, we have this Exo Officio Buzz Off women's button front shirt. You guys may remember a couple weeks ago, I brought this home from Salvation Army half off day. And I'd never heard of this brand, but I do know that any type of outdoors, hiking, camping, any of that kind of clothing, men's or women's, usually does really well. This has an insect shield insect repellent. It's an extra large. So you know what? I tried it. It sold for $20, shipped first class. And last but not least, my favorite sale from the month of May. You guys may remember this shirt. It was in a haul video, and it sold before I could even get that haul video uploaded to YouTube. I recorded the video, and then I took all the pictures and got the stuff listed, and this sold like right away, overnight. It had some interest on it on eBay. Of course, everyone on eBay wants something for nothing, and I was getting $30 offers and $35 and $40 and this and that. And it had only been up for a day, so I left it alone, and it sold for $50, which was my full asking price here on Mercari, of all places. It's a gorgeous panhandle slim, pearl snap, embroidered, beaded, just a beautiful shirt. And it surprisingly shipped first class, even with all the beading and everything. So that was my most exciting sale, my favorite find in May. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really helps us out a lot and supports what we do here. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, there's a link in the description box for you to click and join us. It's a free group full of really great, amazing people from the reselling community. Until next time, go be productive, go make some money, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.